Hi, and welcome to Toni Time. Well, today we have our favorite person who we're going to talk into coming back and doing shows again, Gloria Warner.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. Thanks.
Where have you been? I've missed you.
Under a rock.
I turned every rock. I didn't even find
You missed the big one.
Oh, damn. I always do. Well, if you're wondering, and I know you are, this wonderful painting I have up here, Gloria painted. She did it for me because I have a very evil neighbor. And
who shall remain nameless.
He will remain nameless. A very evil neighbor. And so Gloria came up with you came up with this idea.
Actually, over a glass of wine, if I remember right.
Yes. She said, why don't I do a painting of you in the bathtub with your dogs? And at home I have a clawfoot tub. And
the reason we brought that up was because you happened to mention that evil neighbor might be a peeping Tomette or Tom, depending on...
A Tomette would be a woman.
Yes, I know. I was trying. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so Gloria painted this. This is a piece of wood, 5 feet by 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
Heavy. And these are my 3 dogs. This is Alex, this is Duke, that's Madison, which she got perfectly. And of course, me in the bathtub with Bubbles. So in spring, I put this up on my top deck. And my neighbor, his door is directly across from my top deck. So whenever he would go in and out, he would have to look at this painting. So I have fallen in love with this painting. And it's going to be the cover of my book. And we're going to have it on the show as a backdrop.
I mean, you're crazy.
Why?
Oh, it's just... Well, you got to admit, there is nothing dirty about this painting, is there?
Not a thing.
Everything is hidden, for the most part.
Everything is hidden. There's nothing obscene or dirty on this at all.
There really isn't, is there?
No.
And the smirk on your face. I had more fun painting that smirk.
Did you?
I did.
Isn't that just a smile, or is it a smirk?
Nah, that's. You want to look? Here it is.
I guess so. Anyway, so you're going to be seeing this, and I just would like you to know Gloria painted this. I mean, you should see the paintings that she has done. I mean, she has done landscape and...
Thank you.
They're beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, no, baby, you paid me well. They're
gorgeous. No, I'm saying more. More.
Oh, I have no problem with that. She is so talented. So
anyways, I've been painting up a storm upstairs in my loft.
Yeah.
Which you designed.
Yes.
Yes. See how great this is. I've been cooking in Chris's kitchen. Well, some desserts. Yeah, in the back, and writing. So I've been pretty busy, yeah.
Your book is finished.
Oh, and my mediumship. I can't forget that. My mediumship, yeah.
You've been doing a lot of readings.
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot of group readings.
Well, a lot of people that I'm seeing is thanks to, the Kavanaugh things, that what's been going on. A lot of people, they're really going through PTSD stuff. About emotional issues of having been survivors. Mm-hmm. Seeing a lot of that. But everyone that's come to me, interestingly enough, they all had the same comment. It's like they sat in front of me, and you know what their comments were?
What?
It was about not that Kavanaugh should be used as a scapegoat, which they felt he was.
Yeah.
But that the issue was that women be given a voice, not that Kavanaugh be collateral damage, and too bad if he's a man. I know men that have come to me for releasement therapy who were sexually abused as boys, young boys. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, men aren't the only ones who are perpetrators.
No.
Women are also perpetrators. And I'll tell you, seeing those women clawing, at the doors of the, I can't even think of it, the courthouse, in Washington, clawing at the doors, they're perpetrators because they don't care whether somebody's guilty or whether somebody's innocent. Men are all guilty.
It's all emotion.
Totally. And I want to know, where did that screw up come from? You notice that?
I know.
They're crazy screw ups, especially coming to Halloween, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, Halloween is spooky enough as it is, right? It's like, I don't know if it's about the energy that's happening, but it's like they're crazy. They're absolute crazy.
Yeah. They are.
And I'm sure you've met a few crazies as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, this whole thing, I just, I really have no comment to anyone because that was college. Common sense tells you, 17 years old, no one's perfect. No one is wise with life. No one is, saying, well, I'm going to be on the Supreme Court. It just made no sense to me.
Oh Lord, if some of the people I knew when I was that age back there ever stepped forward, I just looked like a sweet angel.
Oh my God, you are, baby. You are.
I just look innocent.
Well, it's just, the whole thing is out of control. It's emotional.
It is.
And, I've watched people get controlled by this. And there was a woman during, the Trump election and all of that. And she was good friends with a person, I can't mention names, was good friends with a person.
Yeah.
And this person was for Trump.
Okay.
And when she found out that her friend was for Trump, she laid into her friend and said, oh my God, how can you do that? Our friendship is over. How can you do that? I am so disappointed.
Wow. I wonder if it's the same friend we saw on TV. Because this lady was talking, the interviewer was talking, and the lady was right out there, and she goes, oh, you must have a lot of political friends. She says, yes, and all my friends, if they don't agree with me, they're not my friends. And I'm going, holy moly, does she see the arrogance in that statement?
I know.
Do they not realize what they're saying? What
happened to the days to respect each other's opinion?
Exactly.
And if you have a friendship that you've been through a lot, and you say, well, our friendship is over.
You have to question. Yeah, it can never be the same.
No, it can't be the same.
It can't be the same anymore. It's like, wow. And you know what? People have mentioned that about President Trump. That if there's betrayal there, they're gone.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand that. I can understand why he would not want that. I'm actually independent. I really wish they would do away with the two-party system. I really do.
Yeah.
Because it's not about the party you're voting for. It's actually about the person. Vote for the person who can do the best job.
Right.
Whether they're male, they're female. I don't care what color they are, what religion they are. If they are the best person, then that's the person you vote for.
Yeah.
Not the party.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
To me, it's craziness.
Well, it is.
It's
crazy.
like this total craziness. That's what they did in Halloween. Wasn't that something about you would think me as a medium would know all about Halloween and all that sort of stuff, right? Or not, the Salem
Salem with the witches.
the Salem witches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, they were, what is it? Some people have this idea that they were on mold or something, and they kept blaming people. Mm-hmm. And just because one of the kids, was, what was it? I got the story all convoluted. Was the minister's daughter or something, or?
Well, they had the whole thing with the witches when they would tie them up and throw them into the lake or something.
Yeah, and if they survive, they're a witch. If they drown, they're collateral damage.
Well, they would drown because they went to
would.
the bottom.
Idiots.
I mean, that was so ludicrous. Yes, they're going to drown.
And it's interesting that the ones that were doing the judging were the ones that these people that were branded as witches had property. They were widows. They were wealthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So where did all that loot go to? Kind of reminds you of a certain party, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And it's like, what the heck? And people can't see that.
People on the most half, I think, and the few that are leaders, so to speak. They have their own thoughts, they believe in what they believe in, and the other ones need to follow. I think this friend of mine, or this friend, who judged her friend, was a follower, perhaps from her husband, whatever it may be, but she ruined a friendship. And she was judgmental because nothing can ever be the same again. So that goes across the board with people who want you to believe the way they believe and you don't. Again, I ask, what happened to a little respect for your friend's decisions?
Whatever happened to free will?
Right.
Free will is the right to do wrong.
Right.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know you did?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, you've been listening.
Sometimes I do. Not a lot. Not a lot.
People think free will. Oh, yeah, I got free will. Yeah, free will to do what? Well, free will to do what I want to do. Da-da. So then, can be no hell, right? Because if God gave us free will and she knew we were going to screw up.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You like that?
I like that. That was good. No, and of course, Snow.
What she was.
Well, she went with the facts.
She went with, and she knew she had to address each fact exactly the way. She is one clever woman.
Yeah, and it goes back to the old rule of thumb.
Yeah.
You're not guilty till proven guilty.
Exactly.
Where did all this go,
Do you know the only thing that could come up against her, because I was listening to, I like to listen to the other channels, just so that I can, and they were talking about how Susan Collins said that people should not have longer terms than two terms. Well, she's 1 decade too late.
Well,
what the heck? That's the only thing that can, I'm glad. Maybe her being there, I don't agree that 2 terms is enough. But I don't agree that people should stay into it when they're in their 80s and their 90s. Maybe they should come on as advisors.
True. Well, let's go back to Halloween.
Yay. Hey, in a past life, I was one of those old ladies in the Duncan chair.
Did you float or drown?
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Went down the brink.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was one of the little old ladies.
Huh. Yeah. Well, Halloween goes back to Ireland,
No way.
Yeah. Goes back to Ireland. It goes back to the 2000s and the ancients.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Where'd you learn that?
I read.
So tell me more.
Well, it goes back to Ireland. And, they basically just had that time, I think it was the end of their calendar year or something. So they wanted to get rid of all
Bad spirits?
bad spirits.
Wow. So is that where candy came from way back then?
I don't know about candy.
Well, you know, trick or treat.
Well, I know, but that I don't.
Oh, you don't know about the candy part.
I don't know
But
about
you
the
know
candy
about the
part.
clearing out part.
Right.
So is that why November 1st, the day that follows, is All Saints' Day?
All Saints' Day.
So that's the Catholics' way of, if you're going to have this, I'm going to have this.
Right, basically. But it started in Ireland. And the pumpkin carving and all of that, Ireland.
So they even had pumpkin. I didn't know Ireland had pumpkins.
They do.
I thought they only had potatoes.
No, honey, they would carve a potato too. No, they would carve a gourd, a potato, a pumpkin.
Oh, come on, a little tiny potato.
That's what it was said.
Wow.
I was surprised.
Wow, I never would have thought that. I thought that was totally an invention of us.
Well, but you know what I think is a sad part is over the years, Halloween, is supposed to be going out trick-or-treating, making sure, the kids could go to house, whatever. When I lived in New York, we only had one child in the building on 5 floors.
Oh.
So the mother would go knocking on the door, and instead of us giving candy out, we'd give $5 bills. So, there was 5 floors, 3 apartments on each floor, and pretty much, let's say, maybe everybody was home but 2 people. That kid made out.
Oh, my goodness.
Because we didn't do candy, we did money.
I lived in Bridgeport,
And
they had these, the brick apartment houses.
Mm-hmm.
All we had to do was go to about 3 big developments.
yeah,
We were walking home 2 bags of candy each. And what's so funny about it is that I'd always go out with my older brother. And my brother always had 3 bags, right? I don't know how he always got 3 bags. But the kids, bigger kids, would beat up on the little kids and grab their bags. Fred always came home with 1 bag. And they never touched mine. That's what's so funny about it. He always made sure he got his.
yeah.
But he always came home with 1 bag. They would steal both of his bags.
Oh, my God. Well, that's probably why he did it, more than likely.
Probably knew that was
He
going to
knew,
happen.
yeah. But,
I always felt bad for Fred, too, for.
So what was Halloween like for you?
Well, we would dress up.
What would you be?
What would I be? My parents always, we didn't go in for the buy a costume.
Yeah, you made it at home.
We made it at home. So I would, one year I took my father's old shirt and stuff like that. That was a hobo.
Yeah.
And they put the ashes on my face type stuff. Another year I was a gypsy. I talk about seeing the future.
Oh, yeah, really?
I was like a gypsy and stuff like this, but it was interesting, and it was during my time that people started putting, needles and stuff like that in the candy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Then
I don't think I went out trick-or-treating. I don't remember.
you serious?
Yeah, I don't remember walking around our neighborhood. I don't remember wearing a costume. The only time I wore a costume was when I was Spider-Woman, and I was in my 20s.
From what I hear, you were hot.
Well, no, the problem with that was
No, you were.
Marvel Comics.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't you still have that costume?
I do. Marvel Comics.
It's for sale, right?
Not this one.
Oh.
Marvel Comics would always send us out on Halloween. Do you know how stupid that was?
You're kidding.
Here we are. We're superheroes. Okay.
And they have you go out on Halloween.
Even though we're a comic book character, but then we're somewhere making an appearance with all these other people coming in with costume.
How stupid.
It was.
So whoever that marketing person was really dumb.
I know. So, of course, when Halloween would come around and people would want to go out, I wouldn't go, or I wouldn't wear a costume.
I don't blame you.
I just thought, no, I make a living wearing a costume.
Wow.
I'm not going to go out on Halloween and wear a costume.
See, and I was always so tall. So
Yeah.
even when I was still young enough to go trick-or-treating, people would say, aren't you a little too old to go trick-or-treating? What?
Oh, see, everybody's got an opinion.
I know, isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. Yeah. No, I don't remember going out for Halloween. Now, I'm sure my mother is watching this right now, and when I see her, she's going to say to me,
You have a lovely mother.
thank you.
She likes me.
She likes you. Yeah, she likes you the best.
Hi, Rosemary.
And she'll probably tell me, well, you did go out trick-or-treating.
You know what today is, don't you?
Her birthday.
Happy birthday, Rosemary. Happy birthday, Rosemary. Happy birthday, Rosemary, because you like me the best. Happy birthday to you.
All right. Well, Mom, happy birthday.
So tell me some more about Halloween.
Well, I don't remember really going out.
Oh, no, I mean about the Ireland Halloween.
Oh, the Irish. Well, everything kind of, I always thought we created it.
See, same way, see?
I did. But, I mean, they created Halloween.
So what would they do? They would carve the pumpkins?
They would carve the pumpkins.
Yeah.
They would get dressed up in costumes.
They would dress up
Right.
in costumes.
And I think the candy thing, you know, they would go to people's houses. Maybe they didn't get candy. This is going back the 1600s.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting that they would do that.
Well, they did. And I think as time went on, you know, it caught on in other countries. I mean, it's like Santa Claus in Germany.
Who?
Saint Nick.
I get you. I'm being goofus.
I know you are, and I'm joking. You remember Saint Nick.
I'm not that old. Even though I'm older than you are, it's like, do I remember Saint Nick? Yeah, I met the guy. He was a drinking buddy of mine.
No, but that started in Germany. And then Halloween in Ireland. And it just carried across the world. It did. Gracie. Anyway, but as Halloween grew, and then the movies start coming in and making, you know, all these great old movies for Halloween. Are you into old movies?
There you go with old again.
No.
I remember those damn old movies.
No.
I saw them when they first came out.
No, I'm talking about the golden age of
I work at, my husband owns the Golden Rooster.
really, I can't win on this one. The golden age of Hollywood.
Can't say that I do.
You don't watch the like on TMC old movies of Cary Grant or Katharine Hepburn or any of that, do you?
I used to.
Okay, so then you're
Old enough.
you're aware of what I'm speaking of.
I hope this makeup is waterproof.
But those were the movies like Arsenic and Old Lace and, you know, The Haunting and black and white movies before they had all this bells and whistles. And I mean, it really worked with your mind. I mean...
The one, what was the one, my favorite all-time one was the one with, the flying saucer. And R2D, no. And he came out and he fell in love with this woman. And they shoot him, but he doesn't know how long he's going to last. I can't remember what it is, 3 days? No. And there was a little boy, they went to Washington, D.C., and he was going to show them that we cannot use atomic bombs or something.
Wow.
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's like the most amazing movie. It's like the spaceman comes in, and of course, rather than talking to him, they shot him, they killed him. But the robot, this big, huge robot comes out, and picks him up and, brings him back to life. But the guy says, I don't know how long I'm going to live. And where he was living, am I boring you?
No, I'm trying.
The day the earth stood still.
Thank you, Steve. Okay.
Yes.
No, I have not seen that movie.
Yeah. Never?
Never.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
That is the best all-time movie ever. Because I must have been about 4 or 5. When we first got our TV and I saw that. And it was like, it was real to me because ever since I was like, honest to God, 1 or 2 years old, I used to see at night flying saucers or, now I'm really woo.
So it was real to you.
To me, it was real. Remember, it was like when we didn't get TV, and so I wouldn't have known about UFOs or stuff like this.
No.
But it was perfectly, when people talk about being abducted, I don't remember being abducted. I remember being asked, do you want to come?
Okay.
I did. I remember that. I remember them saying, would you like to come?
How old were you? 4 or 5?
2 or 3. I wasn't still in the crib.
You can remember that far?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I remember bits. I don't remember exact, lengths of time. But I remember being born, hearing a conversation just before being born. I remember, it's like different little specific things. And it was like I was never afraid of, the big-eyed ones or whatever.
God.
Yeah, it's like, so to me, if they wanted to hurt us, we would have already been hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're here because they want to protect us. They want us to grow. They want us to develop. I think we're their past.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think we're their past, and they're trying to come back. In helping us, they're helping themselves. That's what I really believe.
Boy, did we get on a different topic.
I know, but
wow,
that seemed to be the way that it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't think about that.
I don't tell that many people because, they have a hard enough time now listening to me. I talk to the dead,
No.
I have these wonderful conversations.
Speaking of that, when you do a reading,
Yeah.
say you have a group of what, 15?
Yeah, no more than 15. But I have done, like, in a hall full of, like, 400, 500. Those are fun.
Yeah, but wouldn't you pick up all that energy?
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of filtered out by my group, which ones need to be talked or given a message.
Okay. Now, when you do the smaller groups, a couple of weeks ago, you were really, I do know
I'm still really busy, yeah.
I do know you had to clear yourself after each reading.
Yeah, but even then, some of the stuff still stays with you.
Yeah.
Because it's like filtered energy. Most of the time it's like it'll clear out, but then poor old Chris, got the full brunt of it, because it was like when I had to clear, he was in the way of the clearing. I didn't even know I was holding on to it. But it's not only the energy of them, it's the energy of what's happening out there, out in the world.
Oh, yeah.
When there's that much hate and rage. I read somewhere, I wish I could say I heard it, but it's like I read it, that anything that comes from God brings with it light, love, joy, peace, healing, freedom. Whatever else doesn't come from God. So these people that are screaming hate, rage, the mob, the dark, it's interesting that the term the dark has really surfaced, because that's what they don't realize they're dealing with. They have given over their free will to think their own thoughts, whether it's good or not, gave it over to somebody else to bring in rage and hate and guilt and shame. It's like, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
That they're sheep. Don't they realize they're sheep?
They are sheep. They're not leaders.
No, they're not. But it's like, the ones that are going to really have to pay for this. And this I got channeled to me a long time ago, I was writing the book, was that those that are the leaders, whether they're religious or whether they're in the military or whatever, when they use their position of authority to lead those, that work with them to darkness, there will be hell to pay for them. That's accountability.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, I wouldn't want to be in their spot.
No.
There is accountability. And, it's like, I don't know.
Well, I think a lot of this too, with all the accusing and all the emotion and all of this, I think people have forgotten that men have been abused too.
Exactly.
Men have been abused. They have been treated poorly.
Yep.
On many levels.
My father, who abused me.
Yeah.
My father was actually raped by 4 uncles.
Yeah. So that became a cycle.
He took on their darkness.
Yeah.
So rather than really learning from the lesson, he perpetrated it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is that the right word? Perpetrated, yeah. Sorry, my mind is...
Yeah. No, I just think that there's a moment where people should stop and think, I wish, I'll probably get crucified for this, but it's called free speech. I wish some men would come forward.
I wish they would too.
I wish they would come forward.
But see, that's their shame.
It's their shame, but with what's happening to men, I would think almost it would be, wait a minute, women. We have experienced that in different levels.
Yep.
But I think you're right. I think the men just have shame in it. They're not going to say anything. They're not going to do anything.
No, they won't.
No.
Especially if the person that's harmed them is a female. They're ashamed to speak up.
Well, I really wish they would, because there are some really tough
There are
females.
some really tough, evil women.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? A bully is a bully no matter whether they are male or they're female.
Right.
Because a bully will beat you when your back is turned or when your sight is away, because they know that's the only shot they're going to get at beating you up.
Right.
And it's like, nothing I despise, and I do that. I despise a bully.
Oh, yeah.
And even though it makes me look awful, I'll call them on it.
And as well as you should.
I'll call them on it.
I just ran into that last week. I ran into someone that I thought we were going to have a conversation because they owed me money from a past job, and turned into a horrible, horrible fight on his part.
Wow.
You know, and I have been confronted. I have dealt with a lot of things. And I know that I automatically go into a mode of no emotion. I deal with the fact. I make strong eye contact.
I know that's strong.
And
I'm getting it right now.
and I stand there, and I'm not going to back down. And I mean, this person was like nose to nose with me, yelling profanity and everything. And I just stood there, and they hit me. And I looked at them and said, "Do you know what you just did?" You know, I thought I was going to have a conversation. And this was like a blow up on their part.
See, that's the energy that's out there in the universe.
Right.
And if they have any weakness, they're picking that up.
Yeah.
Because people don't understand emotions
Yeah.
is energy. And when you hold on to that much energy,
It's got to come out.
it's going to surface somewhere.
Right.
It's going to surface somewhere. And you know, it's not only about bad energy being out there, it's also about good energy being out there. Because when I do meditations and visualizations with people or showing, put gold light around everybody in Congress, everybody, the Democrats, the Republicans, the Independents, whatever, put a gold light around all of them. It's going to be awfully hard to access darkness.
Right.
If you just access their creator. Mm-hmm. That's gold light.
Yeah.
So you've got that light, love, joy. You know, and then you have the dark side.
But there's always been the dark side. There's always been something dark. I mean,
It doesn't always have to be. See, that's what
no, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be that way. Just like it was do you know, I do know this. Do you know how why the Salem witch trials ended? Did you know why?
Why?
I mean, they were just indiscriminately pointing at anybody,
Yeah.
and they were put in prison. They made a mistake of pointing a finger at the wife of the governor of Massachusetts. And he knew that he had to put a stop to this because they would have killed his wife.
Yeah.
So he stopped it. Did you know that?
No, I did
knew
not
that.
know that.
Did you know that my great-grandmother is buried in a cemetery in Salem, Massachusetts?
No.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of neat? I don't know where she's buried, but
Wow.
isn't that kind of neat?
Yeah.
So that's my claim to fame. My great-grandmother's buried somewhere in Salem, Massachusetts.
Wow.
So it's like, I don't have a clue who she is or whatever, but
Right, right. Wow. No, I think just everybody is just kind of going nuts right now.
yeah.
And I mean, our show is supposed to be about Halloween, but as we always do, we get off on different tangents, which I'm sure the audience likes because
They keep asking you for more, right?
well, yeah, but we're not boring.
I hope we're not. Oh, God.
No, we're not boring. And we just go off on tangents, and it's not rehearsed, it's not pre-planned.
No. I like this.
Well, I do
'Cause
too.
It's like, I like inviting the audience, don't you?
Oh, I love talking to them.
Yeah.
I mean-
Because it's like when we're doing this, it's like we're inviting everybody into your living room.
Well, I know, I feel like they're all sitting here with us.
Like, listen, oh my God, did you just hear what she said? I did. I said, damn, damn, damn.
No, I always, the audience comes first. And, I do not script or read about things because if I know too much, I'm not going to ask the right questions that you out there in TV land would be thinking to ask. So I want to ask your questions.
Oh, and speaking of you asking questions, are you still doing that TV show? I mean, the radio show where you ask the questions?
Yeah, I'm doing a radio show every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. I had to think what day it was today. Every day at 3 o'clock. And it's my friend April in LA.
What program or what dial?
iHeartRadio.
Huh?
iHeartRadio.
iHeart?
iHeartRadio in Miami.
So I look for a little heart?
Gracie?
I don't know what iHeart is. What the heck is it? iHeart? Me heart. You
Really?
heart kasu. No, it's that mi casa su casa.
No, it's iHeartRadio.
What number is it?
I don't know what
Who's
number.
on first?
I don't know. All I know.
I thought he was on third.
All I know is I get a call at 10 to 3 from iHeartRadio in Miami. My friend April in LA, who channels, she's not a medium.
But she channels.
She channels people who've crossed over. They call her in LA, patch us together, and every Wednesday we do a half-hour show because people write in to innerwhispersradio.com.
Inner
Whispers radio.com. But inner is INNER.
I didn't know it was spelled any other way.
Well, some of the people who write in did. That's why I have to correct it.
INNER
Yes.
WHISPERS.com.
.com.
I heard it's pretty good. Since you've been on there, it's like it's gotten bigger.
Well, people, do write into the website. And
Can they get a free reading over the radio or?
No.
No?
No, it's not live. They play it after, I think.
So it's dead.
It's live. And what happens?
I like Gracie. I really do.
What happens is I am the host. It's April's show. She becomes Veronica on the show. And people write into Veronica, and I ask the questions, and she answers. And we go through all the questions.
That's pretty neat.
And then Veronica takes a break. I give, another, please write in, I go through that. And then Veronica comes back on and gives the message to the world. And once she's finished with that, we say goodbye. I thank the audience.
That's really neat.
And that's it.
So you're really good at this.
I don't know if I'm good, but I have fun doing it.
I have fun doing it with you.
I know you do. I wanted you to come over and be at a show and ask questions.
I did.
But you didn't ask questions.
Oh, you want me to ask you some more?
No. No, I want you to come over to my house
Oh.
when I'm doing.
Oh, I would do it. Just give me a date.
Oh, all right. I will.
Wednesday, right?
Wednesday, 10 to 3. Oh, my God. I live with this every day, audience. Anyway, baby.
It's like calling you up at 7:30. Are you up? No, I had to answer the phone. Oh, gee, I'm really sorry. Click.
Well, baby, we've run out of time.
Oh, this is fun.
It's Zoom.
I forgot how much fun this is.
So you're going to come back and do shows?
So you're going to come back and be on my show as my
Co-host?
Yes.
I will be your co-host.
My co-hostess with the mostest?
Yes, baby, I will.
I'll do that with you.
All right. Well, I'll talk to Steve.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Perfect.
You're grinning like, ooh.
Of course. Rosemary, I don't care what she says. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I wish you were my mama. I really do. I miss you.
On that note, Mom, happy birthday. Love you. I'll be over soon.
I'll bring the chocolate.
Thank you for being on the show.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you.
We have so much fun.
We do.
And this is beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
You did great.
Don't mess up Alex.
I'm not messing up, Alex. And I want to thank you all for listening. Have a good day. Have a good Halloween. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.